Hello everyone. How are you doing today? It's Saturday. Sun is shining where I'm at, and you know what? It's a beautiful day. Anyway, folks, I got a lot of requests for this one, and this is how to cook liver, right? And I'm gonna give you my variation of it. And this is how I grew up and see my grandmother and my mom cook liver, okay? And the thing about liver, folks, it's almost like shrimps. If you cook it the wrong way, it will be rubber. But if it's done the right way, it is the nicest thing. Mind you, once in a while, I think this is the first for about a year ago or so, I cook in liver because it's not really, if you know to cook it right, and liver is very good for you. It have a lot of iron, and if you can get liver that cow that pump up with a lot of steroid, then it's good. And this is a calf liver, um, you know, um, so this is much better. Anyway, folks, so liver is a thing like this. Right now I have it in some lime water soaking, because it is as raw as what can be. And in doing so, liver now, when you buy it, I buy it here, and it has, I took off most of the strip off of it already. It has a strip around it, and I should have saved, yeah, okay, here's, okay, and you have to remove, make sure you remove this strip from it. See that? That is like a membrane that protect the liver. But it's a strip that if you cook it on the liver, then you got to spit that out, because that can't, if you can't digest that. So this is a strip here. So always make sure you get the strip off of the liver. Yeah, see? That's the whole idea. Get all of that strip off the liver. And like I said, I took most of it off. I just leave that piece to show you. And this is what this thing look like. It's stringy. So right now, I have it in some lime water soaking with a little bit of, a lot of people don't know that, a little bit of baking soda, and it tenderizes the liver. So I'm just going to rinse this off now. And how I do my liver, folks, I just season up everything, and well, you'll see as I go along. I see different variation of it there. Some people cook it like stew it with potatoes and carrots and all of that. But I grew up with it as you cook your liver and your banana, you just stew it down with all your vegetables like your bell peppers and all of that. And that's the way I grew up on with liver. It can be stewed that way too, but we never done it that way. But I was surprised when I go on YouTube, I find so much variation. People stewing it with a potato and like you said, it's basically a stew. If you do it that way. But and what we're gonna have, and liver is a big thing back home, especially on Sunday morning. Nowadays people eat this stuff any days. These are all the garlic I'm gonna be using here, folks, because you know me already, I love my garlic. And when I do liver, I love most of my cooking anyway. I love a lot of onions. So these are the only parts I'm gonna be putting in. So I like to cut my garlic at a time and let it that's the way you get the best result of your garlic. The LCN, or what is called the antibiotic stuff, this is when it releases and when it doesn't work. So leave this for about 5 minutes. Cut it or beat it or whatever, and leave it for about 5 minutes to release that LCN, and that is this stuff in garlic that really makes it work. So you leave it for about 5 minutes. You can beat it, cut it. Sometimes I beat it up in a mortar, or but either way you do it, yeah, as long as you cut it up and you let it releases all of that, then you get all of that good bacterial, anti-inflammatory. It's anti everything. Garlic is one of the #1 medicine in the world, right? Yeah, up to this day, folks. It's an Asian thing, and I'm not using another Asian one. This is ginger, so these two pieces gonna be going in bites, in my oil first. Okay, so folks, I have the liver here, and I like to just cut up my liver. I like to cut it up in pieces, small pieces, not too small, but I don't, unless you're making like I think liver and onion, then you will have big pieces, because then you have to flour it. This knife isn't gonna work, so let me use my other knife. So I like to cut it up in pieces like this. Yeah, I'm not doing a lot, but Just show you. Yeah, I just like to cut it up. And you could cut off all the vein and stuff like that, because that's just get hard and, you know, doesn't have any taste in your liver. So if you come across any vein or stuff like that, you just discard it. Yeah, and if you have thick piece of your liver, then you just slice it much thinner, because if everything is on one level, it cooks better. It cooks evenly, more evenly that way. So these are very thin strip I got, so all I do is just gonna be cutting them up like that. Yeah, because sometimes you buy liver and you get big thick pieces, then you have to really use your knife and cut them up. But I like these thin pieces. Yeah, these are, I got these at a specialty, I think it's called specialty shop, where, you know, all of this is grown without expensive as hell, but folks, it's worth it, you know. So this is it. See folks, there's more. See the strip? See the strip? Get rid of that. Get rid of all that strip, because that's give your liver a really nasty, not a good taste. Not a good taste. Yeah. Okay. And what I do in my liver, folks, I just throw everything in, season it up, spices everything. And when you're done, you just wash your board properly, because liver, like any other meat, can contaminate if you go use it again, you know. So wash your board properly with soap and a little bit of bleach, Clorox sometimes. Yeah. So basically, this is the liver here, folks, and first and foremost, I'm just gonna add a little bit of balsamic vinegar on it, and I'm gonna put a little soy sauce, and where's my oyster? Some oyster sauce, about a tablespoon. You know, whoever like oyster sauce, but I love the flavor of oyster sauce in my dishes. It's very nice, and this is a good brand, Panda. Okay, so now folks, I like to use more of a fresh herb. So right here I have fresh basil, fresh parsley, fresh thyme, tomatoes, all the bell peppers, onion, and green onion right here. So all I'm gonna add right to this that missed out is and I'm not gonna add salt basically right now, because salt will harden it. I'm gonna add some oregano. Oops. A little bit of rosemary. And all of these are fresh herbs I do myself, folks. A little bit of cumin. Cumin is so good in this stuff. Just a little bit though, because this is a very overpowering, you know, maybe about a quarter teaspoon of cumin. And you're gonna have your, I like to use the real cloves, about 6 or 7 cloves in it, along with a couple of allspice, which we call pimento tobacco. They call allspice. Okay. I think that's probably it. A little bit of mixed spice. Liver is a stuff you have to give it flavor, folks. You know, you have to give it flavor so it tastes. That's why a lot of people do not like liver, and in some cases because it's the way they cook it. You know, it's very bland. So I think okay. And right now I'm just gonna put it just a little bit of my spices. And you could use any spice you want, folks. And I'm gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper and a little bit of paprika. And then I'm gonna add some of my jerk seasoning to it. this bottle is almost finished, so I have to start a new bottle. You know, and these are what I made myself, so I'm gonna add some jerk season to it. I think this one is done. And last but not least, I'll just add some Gayu seasoning. And this Gayu seasoning will have a lot of herbs and spice in it. And you know, these having salt in them, excuse me folks, I'm just hoarse. So you don't know after, you know, I would, you know, what I'll do right now, I wait till it start cooking, then I see if you need to add any salt to it, because the soy sauce, the mushroom sauce and all of that, oyster sauce, and I put some spices in it, so you don't want to over salt your liver, okay? Okay, so now what I do, I add all my onions, my thyme, everything to it, mix it up, because when this go in the pot, the oil is gonna hot, and folks, everything is just gonna go right in the pot. And I cover down the pot and I don't open it because that's the old thing, air gets in that pot and the liver get hard. So basically from here on now, you just season up everything, mix up everything, mix up the liver, everything together. Because when I open that pot, when that pot is heated and I open it up, everything that's gonna go right in, cover it down. And liver doesn't take a long time to cook, so the next time I open the pot, maybe once or twice I open it and just, you know, stir it around. And that's it. That's how I grew up, and that's how I cook it, and I have good result with liver this way. And like I said, we love a lot of onions and stuff in our for me anyway, in my liver, okay? So basically I'm just gonna let this marinate for about an hour or so. Normally when I'm doing it, I would do it overnight. That's the best result. You do it overnight and leave it to marinate in the fridge. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave this now to marinate for about an hour. Then I come back and we cook it. And my banana is boiled already, so it's gonna be just liver and boiled banana, and that is a famous Jamaican breakfast. And then to that boiled banana, you can add your dumpling or your yam or whatever, you know. And that was a major Sunday morning breakfast when I was growing up, along with something else too, you know. Yeah, sometimes my grandma would have that and ackee and sausage or whatever, but that's a big part of Jamaican Sunday morning. Nowadays people cook their liver every day, but that was traditional for Sunday breakfast, liver and boiled banana and whatever food. So folks, I'm gonna let it marinate for about an hour or so, because like I said, liver is a thing that it has to have some flavor, otherwise you know what, it's a no-no. So I shall return and we just finish cook up that liver, okay? All right. So guys, I'm back and the liver is marinated and I'm ready to cook it. So I'm using extra virgin olive oil because, like I said, my two oils are coconut oil and olive oil, and I know sometimes I use coconut oil, but right now I'm using about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Oh, that's the pot in the back there going in my tea, folks, and the tea of the day is going to be soursop leaf. Okay, so folks, once that heated, I'm going to throw in my garlic and ginger. Let it, you know, I want to make sure it gets very hot, because that's how this liver is going to work. Everything is just going to go in the pot and it's going to cover down. And the next time I open it, I just open it to see, you know, just to stir it around. And in about 10, this liver will be cooked. The whole idea with liver, folks, you don't let it expose to a lot to air too much, and you don't fill the pot with water, and you don't let it cook, overcook, because then it become like same technique with shrimp. Okay, I know that people said they burn, but it's not gonna burn. So right now I'm just gonna throw everything straight in. Make sure your pot is well hot, well heated. Okay, I'm just gonna give it one stir. And then folks, I'm just gonna cover it down and leave it, let it cook. Okay, so next time I come back, it will be almost done in a few minutes. Okay guys, I'm back and the liver is, I'm just gonna add a little piece of butter in it because it's fairly cooked. It's been there for about a good 20 minutes, slow cooking, and I just put a piece of butter for flavor. Look at that, folks. And that color is from you know, a little bit of dark soy sauce I put in it when I season it up. So I'm just gonna let that butter just basically, you know, dissolve in it a few more minutes. Then folks, it's ready. Yeah, don't need a lot of long cooking, folks, and it's very tender. Give that about a couple minutes. Let the butter just in it. Okay, let's see. Wow, folks, look at that. I just put a green scotch bonnet pepper in it. I didn't burst it or anything. Folks, I'm just gonna turn the heat off and do it up past the and take it off the heat. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Look at that. That is how we do it. Yeah, there you go. So folks, that is done. Just gonna plate it right now. It's sandwich with just banana, green banana. That's how we know it back home. Liver and green banana and all of that. So folks, I'm just gonna plate it up right now. And I'm gonna take it off. That tastes good. So I'm just gonna get the banana. The banana is there. And I do them in the skin. I like my banana. Unless I'm doing soup. Otherwise I do them in the skin. And all I'm gonna add, maybe I have avocado and maybe some cucumbers and a couple slices of tomato to it. Yeah. And this is basically, you can go for salt if you wanna add thing. Then you just add some rice and then you have, you know, the liver you can have any time. So I know some people love doing rice with it, and that's also good. Yeah. But I grew up with a green banana in it, folks, and you can you know, cook your dumpling or yam or whatever also with it. So I'm just gonna, and like I said, I like to do it myself with a lot of onions, because the onion just gives your stuff a lot of flavor. And folks, the liver is soft. You know, it's very soft. Let me just cut a piece and show you. Look at that. The spoon went right through it. Let me tell you. It just melts in your mouth. You see, it doesn't expose to a lot of air. You keep opening the pot. You just screw everything down and cover down the pot. I think it's about twice I opened the pot just to make sure it wasn't catching to the bottom, and that's it. You just leave it, let it cook. Because not everybody can cook liver. If you think of it in the sense of shrimps, this is it. Yeah, it gets tough very fast. Let's put some gravy in the banana. And I'm just going to remove it from the heat because, like I said, with these electric stoves, they keep cooking, keep heating up long after you're done. So I'll just move it from the heat. And my tea, I decided to mix it today. I love to put lemongrass or fever grass together. It makes a wonderful combination. So I'm gonna have sauce-up leaf, and the sauce-up leaves are dry, with lemongrass, which we call fever grass back home. Also, I think we also call it lemongrass too. So that's basically, so it's a excellent combination right there, folks. I'm gonna add a couple of pieces of tomato to it, and I like to clean the skin of my tomato, folks. That's why I love tomato. And these are from my friend garden, the tomatoes. They taste so sweet, so tender and nice, folks. And I'm gonna have some avocado too, because I have avocado right now, folks. So there you go. So I'm gonna add a couple slices of tomato to it. I think I might just go with the tomato and the cucumbers, folks. Yeah, I think I might just go with that, because I don't like to overcrowd my stuff. So the cucumbers we can have that later. So this is liver, steamed liver and boiled banana here, folks, and some cucumbers and some tomato straight from the garden. And let me pour my tea. You know, well, the tea is just basically every time I eat, folks, I love to have something hot. Okay, so right now it's what you call a brunch. Okay, and for your tea, folks, it's your choice if you want to add honey. But you know what, molasses is very good for you to use, folks. That molasses, you should read up on it. It has so much good properties in it, you know. So sometimes it's because a lot of the honey right now, folks, is all sugar. You know, it's all sugar. So folks, this is liver and boiled banana. That's my take on it. That's how I grew up seeing it, and it's tender and nice, folks. Soft. That's how we do our liver. You know, let it cook on. I saw some people cook it till like they're cooking cow foot. Well, I guess, you know, it works for them, I guess. But folks, this is how I grew up with it. Liver and boiled banana. And a nice cup of soursop and lemongrass / fever grass tea, okay? So folks, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Go over and support Jamaican Wood, Fire, Richard Brown, and Soldier and Liz, okay? They're doing some good stuff right now, folks. So this is liver. I know not a lot of people have liver, you know, but it tastes good. And if you get the liver that is not GMO, is good for you. It have a lot of iron. That's where you can get a lot of iron from liver and spinach, stuff like that. Okay, folks? So you enjoy the rest of your day. And hi, Evelyn, big up yourself in New Jersey. Mary Bravo, big up yourself down in Florida. Deacon, big up yourself in Manchester, Jamaica. Nadine Lee, my cousin up in New York there, big up yourself. So everybody big up yourself and have yourself a wonderful day. Alright? Peace.